Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to talk about something that's totally shaking up the world of wood restoration for businesses, laser cleaning. We're going to break down how these super focused beams of light offer a way faster, cleaner, and way more precise method to bring old wood back to life. So to really get why lasers are such a huge deal, we kind of have to look back at the old way of doing things. For decades, if you wanted to strip wood, you basically had to choose your poison. And let me tell you, every single one of those traditional options comes with some pretty serious headaches. And here's the breakdown of those not-so-great choices. You could go with chemical strippers, right? Sure, they work, but they are nasty. We're talking toxic fumes, a huge health risk for your crew, and a messy, gooey cleanup. Or you could try sanding. It's less toxic, but it's backbreaking slow work that kicks up dust everywhere. Plus, you're always just one wrong move away from digging into that beautiful wood grain. And heat guns, they're quick, but you look away for 1 second and bam, you've got a permanent scorch mark, or even worse, a fire hazard. So yeah, that's the old way, a constant battle between messy, dangerous, or flat-out damaging. But what if? What if you could just get rid of all those problems in one go? This is exactly where laser cleaning technology makes its entrance, and it's not just a small step up, it's a completely different and better way to work. The magic behind this is a process called laser ablation. Okay, so get this. The laser beam is tuned so perfectly that its energy gets soaked up only by the paint or the varnish layer. It instantly vaporizes that coating, poof, turning it into a fine dust you can just vacuum up. And it does all this without transferring enough heat to hurt the delicate wood hiding underneath. It's like a surgical strike on the stuff you don't want. And all that cool science, it translates into some serious wins for your business. First, you get incredible precision that can preserve those tiny, priceless details on antiques. It's also super eco-friendly, so no more chemical waste to worry about. It's so much faster, which means you can get more projects done. And because you stop buying things like sandpaper and chemicals, it becomes ridiculously cost-effective over time. Okay, so you get it. The benefits are huge. But let's get down to brass tacks. If you're seriously thinking about this for your business, what do you actually need to look for? Because not all laser systems are built the same. Let's dig into how you pick the right tool for your specific job. All right, in the laser world, you've got two main players on the field, pulse lasers and MOPA lasers. A standard pulse laser is good, don't get me wrong. It fires its energy in these nice, controlled bursts, which is perfect for delicate work. But MOPA technology? Well, MOPA is next level. It stands for Master Oscillator Power Amplifier, and it lets you adjust not just the power, but also the pulse width and frequency. This gives you a crazy amount of control to perfectly dial in the settings for any coating on any kind of wood. Besides the type of laser, the other huge decision is power. Think of it like choosing between a small hand drill and a heavy-duty industrial one. You gotta match the tool to the job. These lower power systems, say around 200 watts, they're perfect for the lighter jobs, like taking a single layer of paint off some detailed furniture. But if you're doing serious commercial work, like stripping thick, multiple layers of paint off hardwood floors, you're going to want the raw speed and power of a 300 to 500 watt system. Now, this is powerful stuff, obviously. But the great news is, staying safe is actually pretty simple, and it's absolutely non-negotiable. It all boils down to 4 golden rules. 1, always wear the right safety glasses for the laser's wavelength. 2, make sure you have good ventilation, ideally a fume extractor. 3, start low. Always test your settings on a small spot with low power first. And 4, use light passes. It's better to do a few gentle passes than one heavy one that could damage the wood. Which brings us to the big one, the question on every single business owner's mind. This tech sounds amazing, but what about the price tag? Is it actually worth it? Let's talk ROI, the return on investment. Yeah, let's just address the elephant in the room, right? A good commercial-grade laser cleaning system is a serious investment. It's a big chunk of change. So how on earth do you justify that? And maybe more importantly, when does it actually start making you money?
It really comes down to a classic business trade-off. Up front, you've got that high equipment cost, some operator training, and setting up the right safety gear. But, and this is the important part, look at what you get back over the long haul. Your labor costs absolutely plummet because jobs get done way faster. You completely stop buying consumables like chemicals and sandpaper. Your waste disposal fees shrink to almost nothing. And the big one, you can take on more projects. And this chart, this really tells the whole story.
You might think it's about saving on sandpaper. And yeah, that 35% you save on materials and disposal is great. But the real game changer, the lion's share, is that massive 50% that comes directly from labor efficiency. You're just able to do more, better work in less time with fewer people. That right there is the core reason this investment pays off so well. So at the end of the day, this isn't just about the bottom line. It's about fundamentally changing the quality of your work. You can achieve a level of detail and preservation that old school methods can't even touch. You're doing it more efficiently, it's safer for your team, and you have the incredible versatility to handle all sorts of jobs with just one machine. So, this tech is already incredible, but believe it or not, we're just getting started. For our last section, let's take a little peek into the crystal ball and see where this is all going and what the future of surface restoration looks like. The next decade is going to be a wild ride. In just a few years, we're going to see systems that are even more powerful, but use less energy. A little further out, we're talking about advanced beam shaping for almost microscopic precision. And in the long run, the tech will get smaller, more portable, and even more affordable, which will open the door for even more businesses to jump in. But honestly, the real mind-blowing stuff is right here in this quote. AI, artificial intelligence. That's not just an improvement, it's a revolution. Just imagine a system that can scan a surface, figure out what the coating is, and instantly adjust the laser settings for a perfect result, every single time, with no guesswork. That's where we're heading. And that really brings us to our final thought for today. What we're seeing here is laser cleaning going from a cool, niche service to the new gold standard for quality and efficiency in the industry. So we'll just leave you with this question. As the bar for restoration work gets higher and higher, how is your business going to adapt to not just keep up, but to lead the pack?